you join us here at the foot of Box Hill in the car park of the world-famous Rikers Bikers Cafe. I'm enjoying one of their coffees as we speak. Now, Susie, I come here quite a lot, but this is the first time we've come here together. Kind of like
never been here.
A bit of a date, you know what I mean?
It's not really a date, is it?
Well, no, because it's our job.
And we're not going out together, and we never will.
Yeah, all right, but we're clutching at straws. Let me do that, okay? Anyway, yes, and we came here today on two rather cool machines. Check this out. You rode this, the Triumph Street Triple R.
Yeah.
Which is your first time on this bike, and I came down on the Speed Triple 1050 behind us. And, well, what can we say about these machines? First up, should we have a little chat about your bike?
Yeah, why not?
You got quite attached to this, haven't you?
I really like it. You know how much I like the Daytona 675 though. I love that bike.
Yeah, obviously.
And I'm kind of one extreme or the other. I either like being, I want to say bent over, but
well,
every time I say anything, it just
innuendo
gets interpreted really rudely. So I either like a sports bike or I like being sat up on a tourer. Okay. And this is kind of in between.
Yeah, I mean, it is that style of a naked sports bike, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And I'll be interested to see how the Monster 796 compares.
Yeah, totally, because it's similar style to it and everything. I mean, obviously, you know, this has got the inline three-cylinder engine, the triple, which has lifted straight from the 675 Daytona and slightly retuned, producing, 107 brake horsepower and about 51 pound-foot of torque. But what I love about this compared to some of the bikes in this category that are the same price, in fact, even more expensive, the GSR 750 from Suzuki or the Kawasaki Z750R, is how it responds, that torque on the engine. I mean, it literally, there's no delay, is there? When you rev the throttle, it's feisty, man. It wants to kind of pop up, and you've got that same amount of torque at like tick over as you have at full high revs, wouldn't you say?
And that's why this bike is perfect for the sporty commuter.
Yeah, totally.
Someone who wants a little bit of fun, you know, getting to work and back, but at the weekends, then they can give it a little bit of a blast.
Yeah, and I think you can take it on track, you know, it has got adjustable suspension, it's got good missing brakes, and, you know, what I love about this is the chassis, the way they've built it. It's so easy to flick around. I think it's one of the best handling kind of 600s or mid-range bikes, naked bikes that you can get. And actually, we'll come on to the Speed Triple in a bit, because they've revamped the chassis on that completely this year as well. That's great. But so overall, I mean, one of the big things they've changed as well is obviously the styling of the headlights. Now, this has caused quite a lot of controversy. You used to have the old-fashioned round chrome headlights. What do you think of the new funky eyes?
It really reminds me of the Fly.
I know what you mean, actually. Kind of like the Bono glasses. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Kind of like, you know, means up a little bit. It makes it kind of a little bit more edgy, I think. Yeah. And you know, we've seen that round classic headlight on so many different bikes.
I mean, just look around you. There's so many in the background on the cruisers and that. It does give it a new sportier image, and it actually works with the styling of the bike. It follows the lines. It's not like they stick out like horrible bug eyes. So that's one of the big controversial things that I think Triumph actually pulled off really well this year. And I noticed actually, Susie, though, when we came to the stops and things like that, you didn't have any trouble getting your feet down.
It's so easy to balance on. I mean, we went into that kind of country park, didn't we? It was really gravelly, and I find it really difficult sometimes to navigate my way through without kind of slipping and sliding. Yeah. It's so easy to get your balance on it. Yeah. At lights, you know, just 1 foot down, it's light.
And you can get your leg over all right.
Great handling.
Right.
And again.
Yeah. You know, you look at, as you mentioned earlier, the Monster 796 as being a rival. It's a bit more expensive. It's, you know, it brings a bit of Italian passion to the mix. But I'm actually starting to see Triumphs as almost like the Ducatis from England now.
Yeah, definitely.
I think they've just got it so right. I think the balance, the handling, suspension, the engine, everything on it genuinely makes it stand out.
We love Triumph.
Above everybody else.
We do love Triumph.
But they do, and they are making some great machines at the moment. And well, I suppose it takes us on nicely to the next one.
Exactly. Yeah. Tell us what you thought about your Speed Triple.
Well, this is the big brother of the Street Triple R, spiritually and technically. Not only does it have quite a bit more CC, but it costs £1,300 more, which actually isn't that much when you think of the differences in the bikes. Now that's 7,349, this comes in at 8,649, and I've spent a lot of time on the old Speed Triple and on this one. I've had it for over a week now. And all I can say is I bloody well love it. Do you know what I mean? Again, controversially, they changed the headlights. This is one of the big styling points. Now, we've talked about the headlights on the Street Triple R. They're the same on the Speed Triple. Do you love them still, Susie?
I love them.
Don't look quite as mean and, I think, old-fashioned, retro, maybe street fightery as the old chrome round headlights, but I do like them. They do suit the bike. Now, interesting, this year on the Speed Triple, they have revamped the whole chassis. They've changed the engine positioning, they've moved the battery back, they've changed where the headstock is and everything to improve the handling, and I can't tell you the difference it makes. The old Speed Triple I used to describe as a bit of a hand grenade bike, you know, you just twisted the throttle, it would go wherever it wanted to, it was nuts, but didn't actually ever feel 100% stable through corners and everything else. This is leaps and bounds better than that. I think it might have lost a little bit of the edge on the engine. They've smoothed it out. It's got an extra 5 brake horsepower, but the engine's probably the one thing that stayed more the same, if you know what I mean. So it's producing 133 brake and 82 pound-foot of torque. But honestly, it's the way it delivers it again. That Triumph triple engine, it is so smooth. It pulls right from tick over all the way up to kind of 12,000 where you're redlining it, and it just wants to be revved. I mean, we were going through some twisties today and obviously sticking to the speed limits, and it sometimes feels like it's almost a waste of a bike. I'd probably prefer to be on that one for the riding we were doing mostly today, just because it is a little bit lighter, a little bit more kind of accessible power. But honestly, this is brilliant. What Triumph have done changes-wise add up massively to make quite a big difference in the handling package. The build quality on it is spectacular. As much as I love the old look, I do think the new headlights look better. They've matched the lines of it and it works. And to ride with the Brembo brakes, with the suspension, with the chassis, and with that incredible free revving triple engine. So for the money, for £8,600 and £50, you know, you are getting something so unique and so different that stands out from the Japanese bikes, that has got reliability, that has got brilliant practicality and well built now. I think that this just stands out from the crowd, Suzy, and as you can tell, I absolutely bloody well love it.
These naked sports bikes.
Naked.
But I'm really hungry. I want to get like a bacon sandwich or something.
Yeah, listen, you go get yourself a bacon sandwich. I'm watching my figure, if you know what I mean, because I want to head back out on that, put some more miles in, and I'll tell you what, I'll race you back to the studio.
Right, that means I can't have a bacon sandwich.
Well, you can, you just got to learn to ride quick. Let's go.